it's 2016 or 2026, the Russian Bandits always line up for a thrilling matchup. Elite forwards, great defenses, and two experienced netminders. Saskatchewan versus Buffalo at the NLL Saturday Showcase is coming up next. Heavyweight tilt in Toontown. Good evening. Saturday Showcase in SaskTel Center. It's Cody Janes and John Fraser. Heather Morrison with you as the Saskatchewan Rush play host to the Buffalo Bandits as two of the top teams in the NLL do battle. Saskatchewan sitting first in the league right now, tied with Vancouver for that spot, looking to grab a hold of it. Buffalo battling for a playoff spot, but they have been the hottest team of late.
Oh, certainly, Cody. Both these teams need a win tonight. Saskatchewan's fallen back a bit. They're now tied record-wise with Vancouver and hold the tiebreaker because of a victory over Vancouver. Meanwhile, Buffalo has gone from outside of the playoff picture to now maybe challenging for a home playoff game, trying to get to that top four spots, Cody.
And if Buffalo's going to beat Saskatchewan for the second time this season, you got to look to their offense and Dane Smith because he has been phenomenal of late.
Oh, certainly. Dane Smith on fire. He's not slowing down. His 13th season in the league. Last week against San Diego, the offense ran through him in that dramatic come-from-behind victory. Smith with the hat trick. We get a look at all three goals here. Also chip in with 3 assists for 6 points, and that brings number 92 up to 92 points on the season to lead the way for this Buffalo club.
Yeah, there's just no one else in this league with his size, his speed, his strength that can do what he do, and he took over that game against San Diego.
And he's been a big part of this recent hot streak for Buffalo. They've won 4 in a row, starting with an overtime win over Saskatchewan. They were 10th place after their first 10. Well, now 4-game winning streak. Hottest team in the league. 10 more goals for than against. And as I said, now challenging for a home playoff game, Cody.
Heather Morrison down on the turf with Dane Smith.
So, Dane, how much does your last matchup against those guys impact your confidence going into this one?
I mean, a little bit, but they're a great team over there. We won in overtime, so it could have went either way. Every time we play these guys, it's a good matchup, and every team is great in this league, so we can't take a night off. Obviously, coming to Saskatchewan, it's never easy to win there as well, so we're looking forward to the challenge ahead.
How much is that playoff spot on your mind?
Oh my God, it's on everybody's mind. I feel like everybody's fighting for those spots. Even these guys are trying to get the first place, and we're just trying to make playoffs at this point, but move up the standings as best as we can, and it starts tonight.
All right, good luck tonight. Thanks, Dane.
Thank you.
Well, from one great righty forward to the next, Saskatchewan's going to be looking at Robert Church to provide an offensive spark because in their last 4 games, the offense has been a bit up and down.
Yeah, it's been a little inconsistent. Church being the only consistent part of that inconsistency, as last week in Toronto having 4 goals and 2 assists. The team's all-time leader in points for the franchise, all the way dating back to their days in Edmonton. The one constant, Robert Church, having himself a great season. He stepped up when the other members of the Big Four have slowed down a bit, so it'll be interesting to see if he gets a little more help tonight than he did last week in Toronto.
He shoots the ball as well as anyone, and now it's a tough test against Matt Vincent company.
No, certainly, and Saskatchewan, we're all talking about this last matchup. Since that last matchup against Buffalo, that being an overtime loss, they're just 1-3 in their last 4. Again, suffering another overtime loss against Rochester. So the games have been close. You can see they've only given up 5 more than they've scored, but still, Saskatchewan's got to right the ship. They know how big that number 1 seed can be in the postseason.
And Robert down on the floor right now with Heather Morrison.
Robert, how much is redemption a factor tonight for last season or even just for your last matchup?
Yeah, I mean, these guys have handed it to us the last 2 times we played them, so, we're looking to get back in the win column and, get a win against these guys.
Let's talk about changing that trajectory around. What would you like to see from your team?
Just a hard 60 minutes. Start on time and, finish the game and play the whole way through.
All right, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Well, these teams did meet in February. It was Buffalo winning 11-10 in overtime. Josh Byrne had the winner. The stats pretty even outside of Jake Naso dominating the dot.
Yeah, I hope tonight's game is as close as that last matchup. We are all in for a treat tonight, Cody.
These two teams refuse to play boring games. Let's go down to the floor now. Heather Morrison standing by.
Thanks, Cody. Well, you can only play the game that's right in front of you, but it's hard to believe that trajectory isn't on the mind of both these teams. Now, the Saskatchewan Rush, as you said, they've lost 3 of their last 4 matches, and Coach Darren Keenan says what he wants to see tonight from his guys is going after the dirty work. So all those little efforts, not the technical, not the tactical aspects, but those efforts that help each other out. And when he says you can do that, good things happen. Now, on the other side of the floor, the Buffalo Bandits have won their last 4 matches. So they're in a very different position coming into this game. And Coach John Tavares says that tonight it's going to be about staying out of the penalty box, minimizing transition. And the other thing that he wants to see is a low-scoring affair. He doesn't want to get into a run and gun with these guys. He wants to make them earn every single goal they get. Guys?
Thank you, Heather. Let's take a look at tonight's starting netminders. Matt Vince, the 43-year-old out of Ontario, goes for the Buffalo Bandits. This season, he has an 8-6 record, a .780 save percentage for the Bandits, and a goals against average of 10.49. It's his 20th season in the NLL. Across the floor from him will be Frank Chiliano going for Saskatchewan. 11-3 this year, .796 save percentage, and a 9.33 goals against average. You got 2 experienced goaltenders. John, what are your keys to this game?
Well, just as we heard John Tavares said, you got to keep it low scoring for both these clubs. These offenses are too dangerous. It's too much of a toss-up and a track meet for either team. They can both do it, but both these teams are built goaltender out, and that's the way that either club's going to control and come away with a win tonight.
Mitch Desnew, Jake Naso are on the stripe. Ref is ready. Ball is down, and we are underway on Co-op Field. Saskatchewan wearing their Rush Reimagined threads. Bit of blue, bit of gold, bit of green in there. Buffalo Bandits in their road whites. Orange shoulders, black trim, going left-right on your TV screen. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Heather Morrison with you this evening. Dane Smith gets the rock, and the Bandits offense gets on the floor.
Interesting change for Buffalo tonight. No Connor Farrell, their primary face-off guy, in the lineup tonight, as Jake Naso dominated last time these two clubs met up.
Dane Smith passed intended for Scanlon. Went off of him, and now Connor McClellan causes a bit of havoc, and the Rush will head north.
Now, if you're the Rush, you want to get the rest of the big 4 going. That's Keenan, Shanks, and Mans. We know Church is going to brought it last week, but those other 3 guys got to step it up.
Mans for Josh Zawana to Robert Church. Church now 5-hole attempt. Matt Vince denies him, and the rebound gets scooped up by Ian McKay.
Yeah, Matt Vince has really turned his play around on this 4-game winning streak here for Buffalo. He's been the Matt Vince we all know and love, the veteran dominating netminder.
Deho Gananico, 21 goals this season, 34 points. He'll get to the middle. Got past Jared Smith, backdoor feed, and Chiliano falls back on it.
Great individual effort by Nanacoke to get to the middle. You know, Saskatchewan's going to try to play him, keep him outside, but a couple little moves creates his own time and space. That's what he's best known for.
Brian Keenan now 82 points on the season. Throws it down low. Clark Walter checks into the lineup for Levi Anderson, as Anderson and Virch are the scratches for Saskatchewan this evening. Dane Smith now one-on-one with Matt Accioni. In his sophomore season, Accioni really taking leaps and bounds forward, the 24-year-old. Josh Byrne now gets to the middle, trying to go low to the stick side. It bounces wide. Byrne had the overtime winner back in February when these two teams met.
And how about that, your sophomore season? Here's your matchup against Dane Smith. Good luck, young man. He's been a star for Saskatchewan in this one, though, but one of the toughest assignments you'll ever see is the Great Dane.
Brock Haley for Church. Now here's Zach Mance. Mance trying to get his hands free. Spanger pushes him down low. Brock Haley, bounce shot goes wide and out of play.
Haley's got one of the best shots on this Rush team. He likes to step down and fire, but so far this year playing a more grinded out physical role. Another sophomore on this Rush squad.
Dane Dean Smith again up top. 3 goals, 6 points against San Diego a week ago. Josh Byrne one-on-one with Jared Smith. Nanticoke now fights through a check, goes to his forehand, and it's stopped by Frank Chiliano. He's got 3 saves already.
Oh, that's the second time Nanticoke's got 1 on the entire Rush defense. He's feeling it tonight. Again, gets in tight on Chiliano. Great A scoring chance.
Austin Shanks for Mans, one-on-one with Dawson. Shanks is up top. Throws a pass, got deflected down, didn't make its way to Zawada, and now Desnu wants to run with it. 2-on-1 is Desnu, hands it off for Byrne. Byrne now all alone, backdoor feed. It went over the head of Wires, I believe that was.
Yeah, big time miscommunication there by the Rush D, as on the far side was wide open. Rush now figuring things out and calming it down.
Not often you see Josh Byrne pass up on an opportunity like that. Inside Buchanan, denied by Frank Chiliano.
Chiliano coming into this game. His play hasn't been the best of late, but early on in this one, he's looking like the reigning goalie of the year, Cody.
Matt Accioni waits and gives way for Ryan Keenan. Only has 3 goals in his last 3 games. He's got 33 on the season. Zawada. Outside look got blocked, and that's going to bounce to McKay. McKay wants to run with it. Church is on the back check. Keenan's back there as well. McKay trying to get a shot off there. Chiliano with the save, rebound, they score. Steve Priolo's got his 5th of the season, and it's 1-0 Bandits.
Priolo, a do-it-all kind of guy, one of the best defenders in the league, scoring his 5th of the year there, Cody. And just a yard sale for the Rush defense, as it was Ryan Keenan, the captain, caught back there. And you don't want your offensive guys coming off a long shift playing defense, and you see exactly that. Keenan and Church, the 2 forwards, caught back on defense. That, if you're a Buffalo fan, you're salivating. And Steve Priolo takes advantage there to get his team first on the board.
Well, I'm not sure how many people picked Steve Priolo as their first goal scorer of the game, but the 37-year-old captain out of St. Catharines opens up the scoring, and it's the road team who strikes first.
Can I claim I did so I look smart on TV?
Why not?
Let's go.
Desnu now knocked off the ball by Jake Boudreau, who finds Barnable back as a relief foul. Now the Rush will get fresh offensive troops on the floor. Robert Church for Mans. Mans for Brock Haley. Back to Church for Mans. Inside, there's Church, and he scores! Robert Church puts one high to the glove side, and we're tied at 1.
On a more serious note, Cody, I would probably have picked Robert Church to be the first goal scorer for this Rush team. As we talked about pregame, 4 goals in his last game, and he's just looked great. These teams now have been able to identify what makes the Rush good, and that's largely driving the play through Ryan Keenan. So you know, if they're taking that away, Keenan on the lefty side, Church is going to get some looks, and you see here, he gets lost in the shuffle a little bit. Desnu can't come back over quick enough, and if you give Robert Church that time and space, he's typically going to beat even a guy like Vince.
Game number 199 in his NLL career for the former 5th overall pick back in 2013. Robert Church has spent his entire career in a Rush jersey. Naso with the face-off. What, he's going to run past Desnu, took the shot on Vince, who got it with the left pad.
No goals for Naso so far this season, but you saw that a couple times last year. He's got the green light to pop and go if he wants. He scored a few goals in his rookie year that way.
Dane Smith thought he had a lane towards the net. Defender Holden Garland checks in after missing a few weeks with an injury. Cut off the angle. Byrne for Buchanan. He'll keep it hot. Dane Smith has it. Far side, Frank Chiliano got it with that left pad. Shot clock gets reset for the Bandits. Hendricks is out there. His first game as a Bandit. Buchanan now low to low. Chiliano's going to drop down onto it in a hockey-style butterfly. Keeps it 1-1. He's got 6 saves through the opening 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Steve Priolo opens the scoring for Buffalo. Robert Church with the response for Saskatchewan. Rush Bandits tied at 1.
We're all tied up in the opening minutes of this matchup between the Saskatchewan Rush and the Buffalo Bandits. Now, this is a very special game for the Bandits tonight. It's their 500th game, and they are the first franchise in history to hit this marker without moving cities. Now, head coach John Tavares, he started with this team as a player, and he credits the fan base with this longevity of the team. He said even in 1992, they were having 10 to 12,000 people come out to the games. He said they're blue-collar fans. We're a blue-collar team, and we're just so proud and grateful to work with them. And of course, it's worked out for the fans really well. 7 championships for this team, including they are the 3-time reigning championship team right now, looking for earning another spot in the playoffs here tonight.
Thanks, Heather. I love the old clips of the combination of big old wood stick. If you ever get hit with one of those, you know you're feeling it. And the tight bicycle shorts. Love the old clips.
Throwback lacrosse right there as Saskatchewan and Buffalo tied at 1 apiece. Robert Church got Saskatchewan on the board, his 32nd of the season. Steve Priolo with his 5th of the season opened the scoring for Buffalo. Rush offense on the floor, going right to left in their Rush Reimagined jerseys. Josh Zawada, one of 2 Americans on this Saskatchewan squad. Shot got blocked by Paul Dawson, and now the Bandits have a chance to run the other way in transition. Nick Weiss back off the IR into the lineup. Nanticoke gets the pass from Joe Rezaterets. Scanlon on the logo. He'll play pass with Nanticoke, finds Josh Byrne on the half wall. Over to Nanticoke, drives around Garland. Up top, Burns got some room. Bouncer goes wide. Hendricks inside feed. Rezaterets bobbled it, and that shot clock is going to tick away from him.
Rezaterets, the pickup at the trade deadline, or just before the deadline, for the Buffalo Bandits, adding more veteran depth to their offense as they continue this playoff push.
Ryan Keenan, captain of the Saskatchewan side. His dad Derek's the head coach. Is Austin Shanks centimeters away from putting that one past Vince. Keenan trying to feed it down low for Shanks. Former junior teammates. Shanks now spins. Defender all over him. Keenan's got 2 to shoot. Low to low, ends up in the corner.
And the shot clock helping out the Bandits there is Priolo. His stick is in 2 pieces on the far side of the floor, so it's like a mini 5-on-4 for the Rush, but clock expires before the Rush can do anything dangerous with it.
Dane Smith defended by Matt Accioni again. It's a matchup we've seen multiple times already. Josh Byrne got a pick from Scanlon behind the net. Dunk attempt. Chiliano got back there and cut off the angle on Hendricks.
Josh Byrne, 25 goals and one heck of a stiff arm right there, Cody, as he drops the defender to the floor. Bobby Kidd III. That's not going to be on that guy's highlight reel.
Josh Zawada now cuts inside, and he stepped in the crease.
And now we wait to see if the challenge flag is going to come out of Jimmy Quinlan's pocket. He sprinted around back there trying to get a second look at it, but I don't see him reaching for it. I think they know that Zawada was in the crease there.
Josh Byrne now, little back pedal. Backdoor feed. Frank Chiliano got over there. Oh, look what I found with the left pad. Frank Chiliano with larceny. Barnable up the floor. Zach Mans off the bench. Bouncers will go. Zach Mans has 32 on the year.
Cody, that whole sequence starts by a Bananas Land save by Frank Chiliano. That ball was marked for the back of the Rush net, and boom, comes out the left leg of the reigning goaltender of the year. Starts the team down in transition. You get a real good look here. Scooped up there by Ryan Barnable. Barnable down to Boudreau, and when the Rush run, that is when they're at their best. That's something that's got away from them on this 1-3 slide, but when they push it in transition, they all got young legs. They can do it. That's when they're at their best, and that's how they score their second goal of the evening.
Naso runs it in again, and his former teammate at Duke, Josh Zawada, scoops up the loose ball. Church, a little touch pass back to Zawada. Has the boots to open up some real estate himself. Here's Keenan now. Keenan wants to drive inside, push into the crease.
Keenan, to me, is a guy that's really got to get going here. He was so hot, so dominant to start the year for Saskatchewan. Teams have adjusted, and they've been able to limit him to just 3 goals in the last 3 games.
Dane Smith now Burned around McClellan. One-hand pass back for Scanlon. Scanlon's behind the net. Messenger will guard him. Dane Smith now trying to feed that one inside. I'm not sure if that was for Hendricks or Buchanan. Nonetheless, Bobby Kidd III grabs it for Saskatchewan. Connor McClellan leaves way for Zach Mance. 73 points on the season now for Zach Mance. Zawada for Church. Church, a little flip inside, went through everyone and scrambled by Paul Dawson. 40-year-old out of Oakville running up the floor. Dawson wants to run with it, little step down. Now he passes it off for Weiss, and Weiss was stick checked at the last second. Saskatchewan unable to grab it though. Dawson gets it on his way back, and he'll find Byrne. Bandits only have 12 seconds to work with. Steve Priolo, lone goal scorer for Buffalo so far. Up top, Nanico, 5 to work with. Hossack got a pick set on him. Nanico got a shot off, and Frank Chiliano got it with the left glove.
That is the third time he's gone one on everybody, and he's come out on top. He's having himself a game early on, Cody.
Boudreau decides he didn't like the shooting lane he had, and he opts out. Church, little back pedal up top for Keenan, 5-hole attempt tonight.
Great save there by Matt Vince.
Now it's McKay up the floor. Little flip back for Smith, pardon me. McKay coming out the back gate a little bit more here to start the game. We'll keep an eye on that. Hendricks is in the lineup here. Smith to the middle. Scanlon. That shot got blocked by Holden Garland. Everyone remembers the block in Game 2 in this building. Other side of the floor, though, last year. Smith, far side, won't go.
Well, and that's a flexibility you mentioned, McKay, that Buffalo's going to have by taking out Connor Farrell. Connor Farrell, like Jake Naso, doesn't take a regular shift on either side of the ball. So when you take him out of the lineup, you can run McKay out of either gate.
Messenger inside for Brock Haley. Inches away from a breakaway opportunity. Weiss with a little fake handoff. Now he gives it to Nanicoke. Down for Reza Terrence. Trying to hit Hendricks, cutting back, and it's scooped up in the rush D zone. Hossack had it knocked away for a second. Spanger's back there as well, and the two of them will battle for the pill. Kyle Buchanan, arguably without his heroics in San Diego and that huge loose ball, they don't win that game in overtime. McKay, 5-hole attempt. Denied by Chiliano.
Early on, looks like the shot chart for both goaltenders is down low betwixt the legs, because that's where a bunch of the first opportunities have gone, but both goalies up to the task.
McKay had 4 against the Rush in February. Keenan spins back. Austin Shanks now. Keenan. That might have gone off the near side post, maybe the top of the stick for Matt Vince, but the reset does come for Saskatchewan.
I think he got a little iron on his diet on that one, Cody, from my angle up here.
Josh Zawada back for Keenan. Mance, 15 on the shot clock. Mans over to Zawada. That one might have got tipped, and it's going to be an opportunity for Priolo if he wants. Priolo, low to high this time, ends up behind the cage.
Cody, I think that last one went off the rear end of Mitch DeSnu, would be his 25th shot block of the season.
Well, 2 elite defenses are doing battle here. Saskatchewan has a late one from Zach Mans. They lead 2-1 on Co-op Field. The NLL's March to May is brought to you by STX Lacrosse and Nike Lacrosse, the official equipment providers of the NLL. And by TFL Sports. Collect the stars of the National Lacrosse League with officially licensed trading cards and sticker albums. And by StubHub, your home for tickets to the speed and intensity of the NLL.
Welcome back inside SaskTel Center, a place that's been very friendly for the home team on the radioactive green turf. The Saskatchewan Rush this season, 6-0, undefeated here on Co-op Field. Meanwhile, when they go on the road, just 5-4. And you know, on their current little slide here, Cody, they're hoping some home cooking will right the ship.
Yep, finishing off the season at home, not a bad thing. but Vancouver is nipping at their tails right now. Here's Ryan Keenan with it. Rush up by 1 thanks to a goal from Zach Mans, his second point of the game so far. Zawada, left glove saved by Matt Vince. Just missed that side earlier. Now Paul Dawson's going to run back on the loose ball. Boudreau's the first defender out the gate. Dropped for Weiss. He'll wait and hand it off for Joe Rezeteritz. Out of Hamburg, New York. Buffalo Joe, they call him. Nanticoke. Back for Rezeteritz. One-on-one with Garland. Hendricks, plenty of playing time in quarter number 1 for the former Calgary Roughneck and Toronto Rock. Byrne inside Nanticoke. Low bouncer. Misses the mark.
There's so many options here for Buffalo that if you're the Rush trying to take them away, you can't take everybody away. Of course, you're always going to focus on Smith. You're always going to focus on Byrne. But Nanticoke is stepping up as that third option that Buffalo needs to really keep their offense clicking.
Mans and Walter doing work on the far side of the floor. Church for Shanks. Looking at that right top corner again. Zawada bounces it back. Austin Shanks trying to go low to low this time. Clark Walter has the rebound. Back for Zawada. This shot goes on net. Loose balls, free game. It'll be Bandits possession.
I like the Rush working in Clark Walter and what you know is going to be a physical, tough game. They call him Sparky because he's always willing to do what he needs to do to spark up his team.
Dane Smith now denied by Chiliano. Clark Walter, 9 loose balls in February when these two teams met at KeyBank Center. That was actually a team high. Very rare, unless it's maybe Zach Currier, you see a forward lead your team in loose balls. Here's Keenan. Church scored high to the glove side earlier. This one's going to bounce back. Zawada keeps it in Buffalo territory. Brock Haley now trying to flip it for Church. Defender on him. Walter had it for a second. Trying to toe drag his way out of trouble. Couldn't release it though.
Another loose ball for Clark Walter, who also, I will boldly say, best mustache in the league, Cody.
50 seconds left to go. Quarter number 1. Buffalo trailing by 1 here in Saskatchewan. Rezeteritz, big wind up. Chiliano falling left, makes a save with his right leg.
I think that might have just changed directions on Chiliano, but Rezeteritz, a big heavy shot there that still made its way through with velocity after the deflection. Great save, Chiliano.
Rush were debating if they wanted to go quick and try and get the ball back before the quarter was over. They decide to wait it out here. Now you got about a 9-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Keenan with it. Inside for Mans. Weiss knocked it down, and now the Bandits are going to have a run with it here. They'll get a timeout in with 11.2 seconds, though, meaning they can pull their goalie and go 6-on-5.
And that's exactly what we're going to see. They'll draw something up here, go 6-on-5. Great play there by Steve Priolo, breaking up the mini chance there for Saskatchewan and making sure that loose ball being forced ensures that there's enough time for them to actually take the timeout and run a play in the Rush end 6-on-5.
We saw Buffalo's offense struggle early against San Diego. I'm not saying they're struggling tonight by any means because Frank Chiliano's been great, but what does Buffalo have to do to elevate their offense right now?
They have to run. I mean, I watched that game against San Diego last week, and there was a lot of set pieces for the first 45 minutes. It didn't seem like they were interested in running in transition. It seemed like they were more interested in trying to score off set pieces. And then when the things got real, if you will, and the urgency was required, Buffalo started running. That's where you see things like McKay coming out of the back gate to bring that athleticism in transition, and that's what led to the comeback. So both these teams like to run, and if you're Buffalo, I think you got to do it a little bit more. You have arguably two of the guys that are best at creating space, their own space in the league, in Smith and Nanticoke so far tonight, but you're going to have to help them out, create some space. Get the running in, tire out the Rush, and take your opportunities.
Well, they'll leave the Rock with Dane Smith. The 33-year-old has 32 goals this year. That's a team high for them. Keep an eye on Josh Byrne, 22 in white. He's got 25 goals. Byrne's all tied up with Messenger. Smith for Nanticoke. Back to Smith. Doesn't shoot it. Nanticoke backdoor for Buchanan. Had a one-timer look for a second. That went over his head, and then Boudreau, a wild backhand whip at the empty net. Missed the mark, but got the oohs and ahs from Rush Nation as Saskatchewan has jumped out to a 2-1 lead. 15 down, 45 to go. Join us for the second quarter. Coming up next.
It's 2-1 for the Rush after the first quarter here in Co-op Field in SaskTel Center. Now the Rush looking a little different tonight. They are wearing the Rush Reimagined jerseys by local artist Dan Ciernick. Now these jerseys start with a calm moment. The Bison sitting on his version of Mount Rushmore, and then they emphasize the energy and the power of the Stampede hanging out to the tips of the arms. Fun little detail that you probably won't see tonight is there's hoof prints on the back of these shorts. That's a nod to the local university. The University of Saskatchewan Huskies have paw prints on the back of their shorts. These jerseys are up for auction online, with all proceeds going to minor lacrosse here in Saskatoon.
Thank you, Heather. Jake Naso now up against Ian McKay at the stripe. Naso 3 for 4 against the Bandits personnel at the dot. No Connor Farrell again. Thomas Whitty, the other scratch for Buffalo tonight. Naso's got this. Now he's got to spin his way out of trouble. Might walk his way into a breakaway. Great defensive play by Ian McKay. Just saved a breakaway opportunity with a clean stick check, and now Naso's got to get off the floor here. Rush offense, only 15 seconds to work with. Brock Haley has it. Clark Walter, the fifth forward. Walter for Mance. Zach Mans now. That shot got blocked by Priolo. Outlet pass from Vince up for Desnew. Desnew now on the roll, trying to go glove side, and it's denied by Chiliano.
I like Desnew taking the shot there. I think a little bit in the first quarter, Buffalo was opting to pass. They've had some good shooting lanes in transition. Time to just put the foot down, step into it, and let her rip.
Out shooting Saskatchewan 14-11. Josh Byrne now. Little change up, trying to go high to the stick side. Mike Messenger's going to cause a turnover, and he's got an opportunity here. Mans is off the bench. Messenger to Mans, and he bobbled the pass.
Messenger with his 18th caused turnover on the season. That would lead most teams, but he's actually second on his own club.
Mike McCannell, Orangeville product for Dane Smith. Smith up top. Nanakoke has a lane right to the middle. Stopped by Chiliano, and now Saskatchewan's got to get rid of it. Bobby Kidd III was pushed into the crease, threw a dangerous one away. At least Chiliano got up in time, or that could have spelled real trouble. Byrne down for Smith. Smith on across to Hendricks, and that goes over his head. Now Bobby Kidd III wants to run. Has Hossack with him. Bobby Kidd III dishes it off. Hossack trying to go down low, and Vince says no.
Bobby Kidd III probably looking for some redemption, as I'm sure he knew he was going to hear about it once he got to the bench from the Rush coaching staff after throwing that one out. I get what you're trying to do there. You're going to give Buffalo possession if you go back into the crease, but throwing it up is even more dangerous.
Scanlon hands are free. That's off the left pad. Snuck through Chiliano with a rebound. Scooped up with a vacuum by Jake Boudreau. Messenger has Shanks flying off the bench here. Shanks sets the pick. Messenger inside feeds. Zawana fires and scores. Zawana sneaks one through the arm of Vince, and it's 3-1 Rush.
Matt Vince got about 98.4% of that shot. I thought he had an all-timer ball hockey save in the crease, but instead it just squeaks through. Then Josh Zawada has his 8th of the season here. Messenger, I wanted both teams to open it up in transition. We've seen that early on here in the quarter. Zawada just sneaks it through there on Vince. And the Rush open up a 2-goal lead in what has been a great defensive and physical battle so far, Cody.
Well, Raleigh, North Carolina native Josh Zawada's got his 8th of the season. Product of Michigan and Duke at the NCAA level. Naso another face-off win. Ryan Keenan on the restraining line for Mance. Zawada for Shanks. Zawada's going to drive now. Knocked to the ground by Belter. Backdoor feed. Walter, quick stick, scores! Clark Walter's got his 2nd of the season, and the Rush have 4.
Clark Walter is making it hard to take him out of the lineup right now, Cody. Scooping loose balls, 9 in the last game against Buffalo. And this one here on a nice feed from Zawada goes betwixt the pantaloons of Matt Vince. Just quick stick there by Walter. We talk about all the little intangibles he brings, all the little things he does, and this time he gets rewarded. Pardon me, that was Austin Shanks with the great pass. There's Walter between the legs of Vince, and the Rush, who have had a terrible time with starts this year, Cody. You heard it from Robert Church. He talked to Heather pregame and said, we got to start strong. So far, they have. And against Buffalo, that can be a very difficult thing to do.
You could just see the vibe on Saskatchewan bench when Walter scored as Naso had his shot blocked. Everyone happy for the one they call Sparky, because not many work harder than Clark Walter. Byrne, defended by Jared Smith, Winnipeg product. Up top, Ian McKay, kick saved by Chiliano, and now Smith up for Messenger. Messenger has Mans off the bench. Messenger, little fake, spins back, hits Keenan in transition, stopped by Vince.
Smith from the Manitoba Blizzard of the RMLL. That's where he played his junior days. Good luxury for the Rush is where they've been without Garland, they're without Adam Jay tonight, 2 of their top defenders, and you're able to draw a guy like Smith back in the lineup. He fits in seamlessly.
Nanakoke back for Dane Smith. Over to Josh Byrne. Reza Terrence had that shot soaked by Jake Boudreau. Clean steal by Jake Boudreau, and now he'll hand way to the forwards. Robert Church, 32 goals on the season. Has 2 sock tricks in his career. That's 6 goals in a game against Buffalo. Haley sets the pick. Keenan try to get around his defender. Ball got knocked free. Walter in the corner has Priolo all over him. Ball's on the carpet now, and Buffalo will get a fresh 30.
And there is a great example of why Steve Priolo, the St. Catharines product, why he is one of the best defenders in the NLL. He's able to just manhandle Clark Walter, a tough rush player, and then scoop up the loose ball while still being pressured like that. I love watching Priolo play.
Smith airborne, runs into Chiliano. He made the save, and the rebound popped back to him too.
That one didn't exactly take the home turf bounce as that one was headed back towards the goal. Good awareness by Frank Chiliano to get his left hand on that thing.
Good roll if it's a par 3, not if you're a goalie. Zach Mance over to Shanks. Little bouncer, 5-hole. Bandits now have a chance to push it as Robinson had Nanakoke off the bench. Good change by Saskatchewan. Got Boudreau and Jarrett Smith out there quick. Josh Byrne has Scanlon in to help. Byrne over the top, flips it back. Scanlon's all alone, and he scores. Oh, a beautiful feed and a better finish by Clay Scanlon. It's 4-2.
Big goal here for the Bandits. Lacrosse is a game of runs and able to stop the Saskatchewan run on another broken play. But Saskatchewan's defense has actually had a few of these that they've had a complete breakdown, leaving guys alone in their own end. Chiliano's been able to bail them out, but not on this one. Look at that behind the back pass by Byrne. Scanlon's got all day and summer tomorrow to deke and go between the legs of Chiliano. Big goal here for the Bandits, and what a pass there by Byrne. The awareness to know he's there. That's why Byrne's up to 60 assists on the season, Cody.
Hard pick got set on Jarrett Smith. I know the Rush bench wasn't exactly thrilled about that, but there is a fine line you got to follow. Naso now lost his shoe, still won the face-off and a loose ball. Keenan for Church. Teammate since 2017 here with the Rush. Keenan now. Backdoor quick stick goes off the helmet of Vince. Now an airborne pass over the head of Mitch DeSnew, and Matt Hossack will grab it back in Rush territory.
Plenty of time here for the Rush to set up their offense. After the air-mailed pass, Hossack takes it easy, lets all the offensive experts get on the floor.
Mansley in the way for Saskatchewan with 1-1 so far tonight. Zawada down for Shanks. Wires slid down there. Might have got a piece of Shanks, but they'll say he cut through the crease and then tried to play the ball. 8:34 left to go in quarter number 2. Buffalo has the latest. Scanlon cut the lead down to 2, but Clark Walter's goal is the reason why Saskatchewan has a 4-2 lead in the second quarter.
Welcome back to Co-op Field in SaskTel Center, where the Saskatchewan Rush have a 2-goal lead over the Buffalo Bandits. Now, face-offs were a little bit of a problem for the Buffalo Bandits last time these two teams met, with Jake Naso taking 20 out of 24 moments at the dot. Now, when I talked to the Bandits coach John Tavares about it, he was quick to point out that the Saskatchewan may have won those faceoffs, but the Buffalo Bandits won that game. Still, they are seeming to try out a new tactic tonight with their faceoff specialist Connor Farrell scratched, and they've got another defender there on the field. So should Jake Naso do his thing at the dot, they're quick and ready to win that ball back.
Heather, we'll see with Naso. He's won a few of these clean, and Head looks to shoot. Now you wonder if Buffalo's trying to give that to him, if they're playing with fire, or if Saskatchewan decides, hey, maybe we shouldn't take those chances and get the offense out there when we can. It's a heavyweight tilt here in Toontown. Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Heather Morrison with you. Dane Smith up top for Buchanan. Back to Byrne, defended by Hossack. Messenger's on that side as well. Flip back for Buchanan, who was wide open. No one had him covered, and that one dangerously close to going top corner.
Just missed yet again, Cody. We're seeing Saskatchewan break down, leave guys wide open, and it's either been a missed opportunity here or there or a great save by Chiliano. They've got to be way more aware in their own defensive end right now.
Brock Haley, 4 goals and 4 assists in his last 3 games. Robert Church takes the shot, goes off of Dawson and out of play.
Man's going to need an ice bag after that one. That was a hard shot that he wore right in the arm.
Keenan for Mance. Press shot, clock for the Rush to work with. Brock Haley up top. Zach Mance back to Haley. Low bouncer goes off the right shoulder of Vince and out of play. Good look there by Brock Haley, and the Whitby boy trying to bounce one home. We saw a couple of goals like that go in on Matt Vince already tonight. Mance. Church is in the corner. Behind the net, Clark Walter. Walter has the latest for Saskatchewan. He'll step out, trying to go 5-0 again, and Vince drops down to that hockey-style butterfly.
I know I'm a big Clark Walter fan. I love the energy he brings to the game. Being in and out of the lineup so far, so I like the fact he's having himself a solid game and maybe trying to cement his spot on the Rush postseason roster.
Back for Scanlon. Byrne trying to grab the loose ball on the turf. Jarrett Smith runs him over, and now the loose ball scooped up in Rush territory.
The one match. The lead bar early on, that's going to Accioni. Smith has been held off the score sheet.
McCabe defends Church. Back for Walter again, and they'll say he stepped in the crease.
Just a little close to the crease there for Walter. Didn't quite know where he was, and now Buffalo's got it.
Ian McCabe trying to take the elevator to the top shelf, and this one goes wide. Garland slows it down in front of the penalty box.
To me, he's been a big-time reason why the Rush have been sliding of late. He got banged up a few weeks ago. He's missed a couple games. He's obviously been playing hurt, but he's back now for Saskatchewan.
Walter down for Keenan. Backdoor feed, twister by Mans, and Vince has to twist his way out of trouble.
Well, Mitch Desnew, Johnny on the spot there as that ball popped out behind Vince after the great save. He's there to scoop it up and keep it out of harm's way.
Josh Byrne tries to bounce one stick side. Dane Smith will drive. Accioni keeps him to the outside. Byrne again. Left pad kick this time by Chiliano, who's up to 18 saves as Matt Hossack scoops up the loose ball.
Chiliano again, the early MVP in this one. Another grade A chance there for Byrne. Just can't quite beat the Rush goaltender.
Haley scans the floor. Keenan gives it right back to him. Brock Haley, a little step down. That goes off the defender and out of play.
You never want to give Brock Haley that much time and space because he can absolutely rip the pill. Either you're going to see a grade A scoring chance or a new welt on your body if you block it.
Clark Walter up top on the restraining line, over to Shanks. Vince with the save. Keenan's got the rebound. Trying to run his way out of trouble here. Has to get someone open. Now he finds Church. Shanks is posted up behind the net. Walter back for Church. Little swim move around wires. Church takes the shot. Goes wide and Keenan can't get to it. We'll see if Haley does though. 5 to shoot. Austin Shanks has it up top. Church was covered by the defender and couldn't catch it cleanly. Good defense by Buffalo. They're keeping it a 2-goal game right now. Shots are dead even, 20 apiece. Frank Chiliano has been fantastic for the Saskatchewan Rush this evening.
Buffalo Bandits coach John Tavares is hoping this would be a low-scoring affair tonight. And hey, you know, if the Bandits can continue to hold the Rush off here in the second quarter, he might have his wish at halftime. Both coaches stressing the importance of goaltending in this game. Now, Matt Vince, since he played the Saskatchewan Rush 4 games ago, he bumped up his save percentage slightly. He's sitting at 78 for the season, but he's been above 80% for the last 4 games. Now, his coach said that might not be a boost in his performance, but in fact the fact that they maybe just be giving the shooters less ideal looks and places to shoot from. Now, they were hoping to hold off the Saskatchewan Rush and their big 4 in the same way tonight. On the other side, Derek Keenan just saying he's so impressed with the work of Frank Chiliano this season. Now, both coaches just so happy with their goaltending, stressing the fact that in this league, without a great goaltender, you really just don't have a chance of getting into the playoffs, as the Saskatchewan Rush work for that top seed spot, and on the Buffalo Bandit side, looking to better their chances of making it over that bar and getting that playoff spot.
Thanks, Heather. I have a different theory. Since they last played each other, it was like Space Jam. They stole each other's talents. Hence the number switch.
Josh Byrne, little spin back fade away. Pumped this one right into the logo of Frank Chiliano, and the outlet hits Holden Garland. Garland up the floor with Hossack and Walter. Keenan backdoor, far side, scores. Brian Keenan goes top shelf for Grandma, keeps the good stuff, and it's 5-2 Rush.
Pre-game, Cody, we talked about how important it was for Saskatchewan to get the rest of the Big 4 going. The Big 4, of course, being Church, Shanks, Keenan, and Mans. Well, Mans has won tonight. Keenan just back on the board there, which is really impressive considering he's been the focus of so much of this Buffalo defense. Nice pass again in transition. As I suggested, if Saskatchewan wanted to come out with a W, they were going to have to run. They do exactly that. Keenan gets by Weiss and goes over the top shoulder of Matt Vince, and he's got his 34th of the season.
Rush have 6 points from defenders already tonight. Naso, another face-off win as he hit Zach Mance. Offense gets a set piece as 3 lefties are there. Keenan for Zawana to Church. Those two will wheel around. Mans defended by Dawson. Church up top. Mans takes the shot. Save is made. Mans had the rebound. Dumps it down for Walter in the corner, and then Priolo takes him out.
Fans here, not a huge fan of that, but it's a clean, hard, physical play. Exactly what you see out of Steve Priolo.
McKay defended by Jarrett Smith. He's playing a big role here since stepping into the lineup. Athletic defender out of Manitoba. Reza Terrence over to Scanlon. Scanlon burned past his man inside, looking for his second, and Chiliano says no.
Got himself 1 step on his defender and took it. Saw the speed that he's got. Scanlon already with 1 high athletic play in this one.
Austin Shanks now. Walter's had a hard pick. Pass over to Haley. He tried to go top shelf. Keenan has it. One hands it inside. Walter falling down. Couldn't corral it. Now Haley pushed into the boards. 3 Bandits defenders there. They get the rock.
Haley a little shaken up, a little unhappy with that hit he took, but they say play on. Physical game, we've been enjoying it so far.
Josh Byrne step down, scores. Oh, it snuck through Frank Scigliano. Josh Byrne has his first of the game. It's 5-3.
And for a second time, a goaltender gets about 99% of it, Cody. And for a second time, it makes its way to the back of the net. Josh Byrne had been so dangerous this entire game. He's had so many grade A chances, and finally now he buries on this one. The defender, little pick there from Scanlon at the last second, allows Byrne the extra little bit of time to step down and fire on that one. And with that kind of momentum on the ball, not a lot of goalies in the world are going to stop that thing, Cody. Great shot.
First pick moved Messenger, who I think the Rush ideally have covering 22 in white. Second pick got his hands free, and Josh Byrne was bound to bury one here this evening. 2 minutes left to go, quarter number 2. 5-3 Saskatchewan leads. Robert Church on the logo. Drops down for Zawada. Zawada now trying to go high to low. Vince kicks it out with that right pad. Now Church has his stick knocked out of his hands. Kicks it back for Zawada. Ryan Keenan now has man's up top. Priola gets out to defend. Pass over to Church. One-timer wide. Keenan back to Zawada. Trying to go low to low again, and Vince absorbs it.
Nice save there with the left hand of Vince, but we've got a couple guys getting penalties here as they're going to get Priolo for a cross-check, but also going to get Church for the embellishment, if you will. Cody, I thought award season was over, but Robert Church looking for his Oscar out there.
Well, the two of them, teammates with Team Canada, both will sit for 2.
Well, Cody, I'm not very good at reading lips, but we saw exactly what happened. Taking a second look here, as you can see the two guys having a conversation down there. So after Vince has this save, Church a little shove from behind, and I feel like he was trying to use that to swim into Nick Weiss. Maybe he's just welcoming him back to the lineup, but yeah, definite embellishment there by Robert Church gets caught.
Scanlon inside, and Scigliano falls back on it. Ref will take a peek. Stuck in his gear somewhere. 4-on-4, there is plenty of space out there, and the Bandits offense loves the opportunity. You know that for sure.
Need one of those x-ray machines like they have at airports now, as they're trying to find where this ball has gone. Completely lost in the goaltending equipment here. For Saskatchewan, glad it's not in the back of the net, but we might actually see Scigliano have to go tarps off here.
Coming up at the game halftime, we'll get to the interview with Heather Morrison, of course. We'll take a look back at the first half highlights. And yeah, we're talking award season. We'll preview it. Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Heather Morrison. We'll break down who our award winners are this season.
As we now have an entire search party out there. We got Holden Garland, Brock Haley also out there helping to find the ball. It has gone missing, folks, and we don't know where it is.
The fans are loving this, though.
Oh, certainly. As Frank gets to, as Frank goes tarps off here, and the fans at SaskTel Center giving him some love.
Just National Lacrosse League things.
That's right. I would like it even better if somehow they found a way to get a tuxedo shirt. And they genuinely do not know where this ball is, Cody. I don't think we're going to make Scigliano take off anything else. But, Cody, I don't think I've ever seen this before at any level of lacrosse. Normally it pops out fairly easily.
I mean, I have trouble trying to find my golf ball more often than not, but the lacrosse ball is a little bigger, and they know the culprit of who has it somewhere. I don't think Frank Scigliano needs a souvenir either. He's been in the league long enough. But somehow, some way, this might be found, or it might absolutely not be found.
Oh, now Brock Haley's going to give it a try. We've got Zach Manson here now. as everybody is trying to, we're getting a really good look at the goaltender.
They are fully
here.
dissecting that chest protector in jersey right now.
Oh, and they found a ball in-house. I don't think it's the one. I think it's one from warm-ups.
I don't think it's in the net either.
No. They are checking the net.
Well, this is pretty much a triple timeout for both teams here, so I expect the remaining 74 seconds to be pretty frantic.
Oh, certainly. Able to rest up the legs. What I want to know is how it went from Chiliano's equipment to all the way behind the net, caught in the netting here. I didn't know Frank Chiliano was a magician.
Well, that was an interesting delay, to say the least, as Frank Chiliano now has to get geared up again. That stuff is not light. Now, he's a strong human being, but most people would struggle to toss that thing around.
Well, and you and I are both goaltenders. And pre-game, you get everything all dialed in. You got the way you adjust your straps just right. And now you just got to yard it off in front of, about 8,000 people. Everybody watching on TSN. Now you got to readjust your gear, right? So I guess you're getting Saturday Showcase with a little, could we call it the sexy Saturday Showcase, this one, Cody? Huh?
Well, looks like they do have a ball on the turf, and Zach Mans will get it and run it up. Remember, it's 4-on-4 right now, as Robert Church not an option for the offense. He's serving 2 for embellishment. Steve Priola, one of Buffalo's top defenders, in the sin bin as well. Mans back for Shanks. Haley trying to push some bodies around. Shanks trying to throw it down for Haley, but he was all sorts of tied up right there with Desnew.
Mitch Desnew was having none of that. He saw what Haley was trying to achieve, just stood in the way. Desnew, 6'2", 220, the Oshawa product.
Byrne has the latest for Buffalo. McKay now. Little switch and release. Pump that one right in the logo of Chiliano.
Looks like Chiliano's pads are adjusted to his liking as that one drops in front of him. After unexpected and spontaneous removal of equipment.
Saskatchewan going to use a timeout now. 25 seconds left. There's 16 on the shot clock, so it's unlikely they pull the netminder here. But you also don't have the ability to walk it down. It's one of those situations where if you don't use it, you lose it. So you might as well drop something 4-on-4.
No, certainly. And you know that these teams, they don't get a ton of time to practice together, Cody. So it's not like they have the time to go into the playbook and run 4-on-4 situations. Typically, these teams are getting together the night before the game, running a practice, and you're just trying to install your offensive systems here. So they are trying to draw something up 4-on-4. As you see the conversation now between 2 long-term veterans in the league discussing the missing ball trick between Chiliano. I think he's still looking for that ball.
34 seasons in the league combined between the two of them. Matt Vince, obviously 6 championships in the NLL. Started his career back with San Jose in 2006.
Yeah, I think you're going to be tough to find a goaltending matchup in the league this season, or even in recent memory, Cody, with that much experience between the pipes. Vince, just incredible. Man is in his 20th season and still playing at an elite level. Chiliano, like you said, 14 seasons for him. 34 seasons combined. I mean, most matchups you're seeing maybe one guy with 5 to 10 years of service time. Never mind a matchup with experience like this.
Chiliano made 37 saves against Buffalo back in February. Rush offense, 4 out there. Keenan, Mans, Zawada. Zawada with it. Haley out there to set the pick. Zawada wheeling around. Pass back for Mans. Put it on goal. Vince made a save and it went out of play. But they're going to say that was after the shot clock.
Referees having a conversation.
Refs are going to talk about this here. Buffalo will pull Vince. Remember, they already used their timeout. So they do have to go quick. And this break now allows them to get 5 on the floor. The refs will do Buffalo a favor as Vince can go off and they can get an extra forward out here and essentially have 8 full seconds to work with versus the time it would have taken Vince to get to the bench.
As Dane Smith's going to receive the ball from Saskatchewan's own Marcus Fisher, working as one of the referees in this game.
Looks like there's a shot clock issue in house here as the refs will look to get it sorted. You don't need it for the final 8.3 seconds. I'm not a math guy, but I think they'll be all right and they can get it sorted at half. Looks like they'll give it to Dane Smith here. Burns in the shooter spot. Nanticoke is right in front of the crease here.
They also added a little bit extra time, Cody, bringing it up to 9.8 seconds there.
Dane Smith runs it in. Nanticoke for Smith. Back over to Byrne. Byrne looking for his second, and it's a right pad saved by Frank Scigliano to end quarter number 2. Frank Scigliano, another massive save. He made 23 in that half, John.
Yeah, he was by far the Rush's best player. His team is up 5-3. I would say 90% because of him. The Rush defense has had a few breakdowns here where they've allowed wide open looks by several Buffalo players, but Scigliano's been up to the task a majority of the time, standing on his head, and even so much talent in this one, Cody, managed to make balls completely disappear.
Well, the Rush offense has 5 so far. Ryan Keenan with 1 of those, and he's down on the floor right now with Heather Morrison.
Ryan, you know you're facing a great goalie and a great defense. How have you managed to break them down and get some of those looks?
Moving our feet really well, getting through the middle. They want to kind of stand around and pound us, and we got to use our athleticism. Doing a pretty good job of that, but got to find a way to get more shots through. They're blocking a lot, and just get more on net.
You almost went 30 minutes without any penalties. Do you expect things to start heating up here in the second half?
I think so, yeah. Probably a few that could have been called, but they're letting us play. It's kind of a playoff type atmosphere, so that's fine. They're gonna let us play. That works for us.
Good luck in the second half. Thanks, Ryan.
Morrison with our halftime interview for the game. Saskatchewan and Buffalo. We knew it was going to be a heavyweight tilt. The Bandits opened up the scoring. Steve Priolo got it started. Saskatchewan has 5. Bandits have 3. The game halftime is coming up next. Welcome to the game at halftime. It's Cody Janes and John Fraser, Heather Morrison with you as the Saskatchewan Rush up 5-3 on the Buffalo Bandits at halftime. We knew these were 2 top teams. Buffalo has been red hot of late. Saskatchewan tied for first place in the league. But the matchup has absolutely not disappointed because we got what we expected. Buffalo's defense has been phenomenal, and Saskatchewan's offense, although it took them a little while to get going, they did find their game.
Yeah, they certainly did, but to me, the MVP so far for Saskatchewan, Cody, has to be Frank Scigliano in this first half. I know the offense was able to get going, but Scigliano's just been absolutely dynamite so far. As we take a look here, the Rush defense has not been up to their normal standard. They're leaving a lot of open looks as you're taking a look right here, but Scigliano has been standing on his head. Dane Smith has been held off the score sheet, and the biggest part of that is Scigliano, because Buffalo is getting the open looks, they're getting the second chance shots, and right now Scigliano is just stymieing them for the most part.
As for Buffalo, it hasn't been the big 2 really carrying everything. They're getting some help from all over the floor.
Oh, certainly, and that to me has been Buffalo's weakness this year, is maybe a little bit too much leaning on Smith and Byrne. But meanwhile, in this one, they're getting it from everybody. McKay's coming on in there. I just love the support there. Priolo opens up the scoring. Who had that on their bingo card? Probably nobody. And then coming in tight there, Scanlon with just a beauty. But again, the no-look pass there by Byrne. He's still making an impact in this one.
Breaking it down, Saskatchewan again dominating at the dot.
Yeah, especially with Connor Farrell being held out of this one. A healthy scratch there for Buffalo. Essentially saying Jake Naso go to work, beating them 9-1. The rest of it, though, all within striking distance of each other.
There's a new way to play with Underdog in the NLL's daily fantasy, higher or lower. For more information, scan the QR code on your screen. Territorial restrictions apply. Please play responsibly. Saskatchewan and Buffalo living up to the Saturday night showcase in Saskatchewan. We're going to break down our league awards next at the half. Welcome back to the game at halftime, live in Saskatchewan. It's the Russian Bandits doing battle. The home side up 5-3 after 30 minutes of play. Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Heather Morrison with you. I teased it a little bit. Let's get to some league awards here. I wanted to talk about that. John, we'll get yours in a second. Okay. Let's first go down. Heather Morrison's with us between the benches. Heather, give us some of your award winners with a few weeks left to go here in the season.
All right, here's some of my predictions for you for this year. So goalie, I'm going to go easy. Let's take Brett Dobson from the Vancouver Warriors. He's having a wonderful season. Hard to argue against that. For transition, I'm going to go with Michael Grace from the Georgia Swarm because he has been trusted with a really big role early in his career, and he's taking that responsibility very seriously. For defense, I got to pick Matt Hossack. He won this award last year. You know, he was away from the Rush for a while. He comes back. He's playing such a big role. I seriously think they should be popping champagne on the anniversary of his return to the Rush, guys.
All right, no home bias in the Matt Hossack pick either. Come on, Saskatchewan,
not at all.
They're sitting first in the league. John, I want to see your awards for this.
Well, if we're going to start with goaltender of the year, anybody that knows me, are we surprised who I am going with? The one, the only, Christian Del Bianco. When you're the best goalie in the league on the best team in the league right now, tied with Saskatchewan, how can you go wrong? On top of his great goaltending stats, his ability to also drive their offense. And then for me, go with two guys in tonight's matchup. Jake Boudreau for Transition Player of the Year. You're seeing what he can do on both sides of the floor firsthand tonight. And Steve Priolo, you couldn't tell by the gushing over him in the very first half of this game. Yeah, I'm a Steve Priolo fan that thinks he deserves that award.
Yeah, Priolo's been unbelievable tonight, as has Boudreau, right? He's chipped in with the offense. But when I look at my three, a little bit of both of your boards. I think about the goaltending and how good Brett Dobson's been for Georgia. I think about the Rush, their obvious strong transition game. So, yeah, I'm going Dobson for goalie of the year. Mike Messenger. There's just no one who does what Mike Messenger does. He's the transition player of the year to me. Defender of the year, we got to give a little bit of love to Callum Jones because Callum Jones has been phenomenal. We got to get to our MVP picks. So let's go downstairs. Heather Morrison, who's your MVP?
Okay, this is where I do a little bit of a hot take, guys, and not to make this the Brett Dobson love show, but it's not unheard of for a goaltender to take MVP, and his save percentage right now sitting at 84%. He's also averaging less than 8 goals a game, which is better than Christian Del Bianco when he took that award in 2023. The only thing Christian had on him was his ability in the transition game. He had 19 assists that season. Dobson sitting at 6, but still, you got to admit that the work that he's been doing in the back has just been excellent for his team.
I don't care if my goalie has assists if he has an 843 save percentage like Brett Dobson. John, who's your MVP?
You know what? A lot of people thought I'd be spicy here. I'm going to go chalk. How can you go wrong with Keegan Ball? I've got a lot of Vancouver players winning big awards. To me, they've impressed the heck out of me. And this is coming from a guy that watches and broadcasts every Rush game. How can you go wrong? He's leading the NLL in points. Vancouver's turned into an absolute wagon. And Keegan Ball has been the guy. 71 assists, Cody. How can you beat that? He's the distributor. He's got all the points. He's got Vancouver in a virtual tie for first. I go chalk. I go Keegan Ball.
Now, I think Ball and Dobson are obviously two of the favorites to win, but I'll go a little off the board here.
Okay.
Because I think if San Diego gets into the playoffs, it's because of a massive season by Zach Currier, and what he does at both sides of the floor is the most valuable thing in the National Lacrosse League. He is arguably their best defender and one of their best forwards. 36 points this year, 162 loose balls. Yeah, that's not a typo. Plus 20 caused turnovers. I think Zach Currier is as good as it gets.
I love that pick, Cody. I think it's a little off the board, but I can hear your phone buzzing as other people are chiming in on that one. But hey, it's tough to argue. Two-way guys don't get enough love. And Zach Currier is one of the best at going both sides of the floor.
Insanely impressive what he does. All right, that's our awards. Third quarter coming up next. This is going to be a fun one. Russian Bandits live from Saskatoon. Welcome back to SaskTel Center. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Heather Morrison with you. We get set for quarter number 3. Saskatchewan Rush and Buffalo Bandits. Rush lead 5-3. Jake Naso, 9 for 10 on faceoffs in that opening half. Going up against Mitch Desnew, 0 for 6, make it 0 for 7. And Saskatchewan, the home side, gets possession first. They are wearing Rush Reimagined jerseys. You do not have to adjust your television. Those are not the neon green normals we're used to. Ryan Keenan, he'll spin back. Rush going right to left on your TV screen. Bandits going left to right. We know all you watching on the C-Dub in Buffalo know that already, though. Keenan and Mance go to work far side of the floor. Keenan now driving down on 2 defenders. One hands it for Austin Shanks. Shanks throws it behind the back. Put it on goal. Rebound still fair game, and it's scooped up by Mitch Desnew. Desnew now up for Priolo. Chiliano had to get back. Priolo looking for his second of the game. Whips it wide. And Mike Messenger grabs the pop fly.
He's just going to calm everything down as the Rush had gone with a sneaky 6-on-5. Chiliano able to sprint back and make the save on Priolo.
Mans now defended by Nick Weiss. Off the IR into the lineup. Brock Haley for Mance, an inside feed, and the Rush forward got dumped. That's Clark Walter, and he's actually going to draw a penalty. So Saskatchewan getting the first power play of the game.
Clark Walter, famous for always going to the dirty areas, and he pays for it this time. Takes a hard shot, but draws a penalty. Actually, our first penalty we're going to see of the game upcoming for an illegal cross-check.
Only 2 minutes, check from behind.
Sorry, the illegal check from behind called on Belter as he belts Clark Walter from behind. Just can't be doing that when a guy's in a vulnerable position. That's one thing the league has really cracked down on. Walter was looking up, looking for the pass, and Belter hits him high. That's cut and dry. 2 minutes in the bin of sin.
Keenan up top on this lefty strong look. Him and Shanks will play pass. Keenan down for Church. Team leader with 11 power play goals. Shanks doesn't fire. Keenan does. It's wide. Mans has it up top, 10 to shoot. Mans will drag it. Keenan now for Church. Short side high. Vince says no. Loose ball rolls over to Austin Shanks. 25 goals on the season for Shanks. 195 in his NLL career. Mans for Church. Drexel alumni flips it. Mans one more. Keenan back for Church, and Vince was over there before the pass got to Church.
Great example there, Cody. We're seeing the league's second best power play against the league's second best penalty kill.
Priolo rips this one, and it's friendly fire.
Both teams are able to, you see the Rush, their power play so good because the way they just whip that ball around and get lots of open looks. Meanwhile, Buffalo, their aggressiveness, they are able to be aggressive without getting out of their lanes, which is why their penalty kill is also second in the league. 62%.
Lefty strong look again. Clark Walters crease side. Robert Church up top. Mans takes the shot. Vince stops it as he was looking 5-hole.
Well, and then you got 4 defenders, and you got Matt Vince back there on an absolute heater of a stretch for the 20-year vet.
Bandits penalty kill second best in the league at 62%. The Rush power play second best at 53%. 20 seconds left in this kill. Josh Byrne has it down a man. Byrne defended by Smith. Aggressive swim move there as Byrne taken down to the turf as the shot clock's going to expire on him.
And the triple team comes from the Rush players as that shot clock expires. Good discipline by all involved to not take an extra one because you know that hand would go up if you did it.
Belter's out of the box in a second, and we're back to even strength. Mans for Church behind the net. Shanks wanted the dunk attempt. Almost ended up popping to Clark Walter there. Inadvertently, it almost worked up, but Paul Dawson got back and scoops up to Lucy.
Yeah, trying to make the dunk move a little too quick there with Shanks. Pops out of his stick, but you're right, Cody. Almost worked out for him.
Reza Terrence peels back. 0 for 3 shooting in that opening half. Up top, Nanticoke now. He's got his hands free. Blazes that one high. Hendricks defended by Boudreau, and Mike Messenger wallpapers him into the corner.
You picked him for transition player of the year, Cody, at half, and you're seeing exactly why. Mike Messenger, one of the toughest guys in the league. He hunts wild game for fun. That's, you know, the kind of toughness you're dealing with when you run into number 8.
Ryan Keenan back for Church up top. Keenan again spins around Priolo. Keenan drives inside, trying to go low on Vince, who sealed off that near pipe.
Yeah, Matt Vince coming out of the halftime locker room. He's been absolutely on fire. A couple grade A chances here by the Rush, especially on their power play. But Vince has been up to the task, keeping this a 2-goal game, Cody.
Rush only have 2 forwards with multiple point games going on. Zach Mans and Josh Zawada. Jake Boudreau's got 2 assists out the back game. Here's Dane Smith over to Byrne. Back for Buchanan. Misses the mark. McKay has it 4 to shoot. Now McKay got a hard pick set. Far side. Bounces this one into row 4.
And watching Ian McKay out there is playing a little bit of Where's Waldo. Which gate is he coming out of? So talented as a two-way player. Also has 45 points on the season.
Robert Church now heads down Idlewild, and he rips that one off the post.
Rush now with a couple posts now. We're trying to get a little iron in their diet here tonight. Ooh, that's 2 or 3 posts now for the home side.
Cam Wires hands it off. Did a little bit of coaching south of Saskatchewan and Missoula, Montana. I know the Brown Bear crew likes to tune in. Here's Joe Rezaterets, who's stopped by the right pad of Chiliano. Nanakoke got the reset. Hendricks is up top. Heavy minutes for him in his first game in a Buffalo jersey. Byrne to the middle. Garland got out to defend. Rezaterets again. Running past McClellan. Bouncer goes into the pants, so the Rush netminder.
And you watch a little switch here by the Rush. Jake Boudreau now on Nanakoke, and that's been able to slow him down just a little bit. He started off this game just putting everybody into the wash. One-on-one moves going 1-on-4, so Boudreau had now drawn that assignment, and he slowed him down a little bit.
Boudreau held Dane Smith goalless in Buffalo in that lefty-righty D-forward matchup. Now Ryan Keenan will peel some paint off the pipe as that goes crossbar north. 9:01 left to go, quarter number 3. Saskatchewan and Buffalo in a heavyweight tilt. The Rush up by 2.
Welcome back inside SaskTel Center. We're here. The Saskatchewan Rush lead the Buffalo Bandits 5-3. Taking a look around the NLL. Last night, Halifax 8-6 over Philly. Georgia 12-7 over Ottawa. Meanwhile, tonight, Rochester 18-11 over Oshawa. Fields and Langeberry going nuts in that one. Las Vegas currently with a 3-1 lead over Calgary. Meanwhile, tomorrow, you catch Toronto and Philadelphia. Philly playing their second one of the weekend. Goes 1 o'clock East, 11 a.m. here in Saskatoon. Taking a look now at the updated standings. Up to the minutes, you're watching the team tied for first in the league, in first because of a tiebreaker with a victory. Meanwhile, Buffalo getting a little bit of help tonight as they are still trying to move into not only a playoff position, but actually into a home playoff game. They still got a bit of a hill to climb, but anything is possible.
That is the NLL. Do not sleep until the regular season is done. Zach Mans up top. Robert Church runs it down. Trying to go glove side high again. Defender Priolo got his stick in the way. Now Mans battling with Dawson for that loose ball. Weiss comes in there to support. And this Bandits defense, you can tell why they've three-peated.
Oh, certainly. Defense wins championships is the oldest adage in the book. And Buffalo going back to back to back with that defense, and again, Matt Vince. It's one of those things. You get through the defense, yeah, here's Matt Vince. Try to beat him.
Byrne for Smith. Defended by Boudreau. Smith, the feet across the floor for McKay. Garland's on him. Messenger steps up to lay the hit. Ball got picked off by Jake Boudreau. 2 assists already in the game for Jake Boudreau. That's 14 on the season for him. 20 points for the defender. Clark Walter has one in the game, came in the second quarter. Boudreau will stay in play on this shift. Robert Church, backdoor feed. Clark Walter, quick stick, robbed by Vince, going right to left. What a save right there.
Oh, incredible save there. Matt Vince has been a brick wall like in Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey in the opening of this third quarter, Cody. Doesn't look like you're getting anything past him.
Nanakoke for Rezaterets, and he's denied as Vince and Chiliano are going save for save right now. Accioni shot out of a cannon. Keenan has it. McCannell got back. Wires is there to help as well.
If you like goaltending, this is the matchup for you, and this quarter especially with an exclamation mark.
Keying it, trying to get those hands free. Robert Church is the 5th forward off the bench. Church now waits for Zawada to set a pick. Try to slip it inside to him, and Priolo grabs it off the far boards.
Priolo just being in the kitchen of Zawada there, knowing the captain of the Bandits was coming was enough to throw him off.
Dane Smith goes for a jog. Chiliano got it with the left shoulder.
Still blows me away that a guy 6'3" can move like that. Just creates his own space, 2 strides, he's gone.
He might be the tallest 6'3" in the league. I don't know if I believe that. Shanks pulls that one short side pipe. Now he gets hammered into the boards. Double teams on him, loose ball, free kick. Shanks is down on it here. The refs are saying play on. This rolls backwards now. Good work by Belter to get it over to Dawson.
And how about the work of that, the discipline and work of that Buffalo D-corps to not commit a single foul in there? Like, they know what they're doing. They're a bunch of veterans. That is exactly how you play the game, Cody.
Dane Smith now. Buchanan sets the pick. Garland, penalty upcoming. Buchanan has it. And Chiliano with the save. Scanlon trying to grab that loose ball. He's got it. He's got one in the game also. Scanlon still with it. Back to his forehand, and he's robbed by Chiliano. Bobby Kidd the third can't pick it up. 6-on-5 continues right now. Dane Smith slows it down. Bandits headed to the power play, barring a goal here, a man up. Byrne inside, Nanakoke. Trying to float that stick side, and Saskatchewan's penalty kill gets tested for the first time tonight.
What a play there by Scanlon. That would have been one of the goals of the year if it's not for Frank Chiliano coming up big for his club. There's those moments that I'm sure even the crowd in here at SaskTel Center would admire the coolness.
Saskatchewan minor penalty number 13, 2 minutes holding the stick.
But for the penalty here, Cody, Connor McClellan kind of gets caught in no man's land and has nowhere to go. He's working 1-on-2 after the pick there. He gets picked a little bit by Buchanan. He's following him. He sees Dane Smith coming, and he gets that free hand on Buchanan. No real good option for McClellan there. Good penalty to take, I'd say.
Bandits power play goes to work. Dane Smith, 5-hole attempt. Chiliano with the save as the Bandits power play first in the league, 59% on the man advantage. The rush penalty kill, 4th best in the league at 60%.
I like the little play there by Nanakoke. He was faked like he had the ball, trying to get Chiliano to pop up and maybe put that in his own net. A little bit of mind games there.
Now Zach Mance took a stick to the chops as he'll head off for a change. Him and Weiss have words.
Yeah, definitely a conversation that I don't think we can air anywhere, Cody. If you can read some lips from way up here.
Nanakoke for Buchanan. McKay crease side. They'll now go set the pick. Dane Smith now, plenty of room. Chiliano denies it.
I don't know how anybody could stand up there when Dane Smith is doing that step down. And it's like all the defenders parted. Thankfully, Chiliano and his now gear that is back on and well adjusted, standing tall.
Very rare that Dane Smith is going to have a walk down Main Street like that. Chiliano up to task here. Rush still in the penalty kill for another 42 seconds. Walter to Zawada. Zawada now let that one rip as Vince caught it off the inside of the leg there. Zawada can rip the pill, and Vince just learned that. He's got to be aware at all times. Frank Chiliano still phenomenal in this one. 29 saves, holding the Bandits to 3 so far tonight.
Welcome back inside SaskTel Center. The Rush leading the Bandits 5-3. And head coach John Tavares of the Buffalo Bandits said he wanted to see a defensive battle tonight. He's gotten that. So much so that guys like Josh Byrne, he have 86 points, being held to just a goal and an assist tonight. Of course, he was the overtime hero the last time these two teams played in February, and he's going to be a big piece that needs to get going tonight if Buffalo wants to pull off another comeback win.
Bandits are on the power play for another 25 seconds. Dane Smith's up top. Pointless so far tonight. He hits McKay, misses the net. Nanakoke back for Buchanan. 12 on the shot clock. Bounce pass. Smith down low. Buchanan denied by Chiliano. Going left to right. Holden Garland turns on the Jets. Hands it off for the captain, Ryan Keenan. Keenan, 593 points in the 31-year-old's NLL career as Mance, again from downtown. Kick save made. Now Robert Church in a double team, trying to spin his way out. Shanks gets the loose ball as Church actually laid a hit on Dawson after he got the original loose ball. Veterans are battling it out on the floor here. Zawada for Church. Wires comes in with the axe chop. Mans now wants to run. Mans towards the cage. Dawson soaks it.
Well, and Cody, so much history between these two teams. It's like every time they match up, it's a grade A classic.
Desnew down the middle, and Frank Chiliano absorbs it and doesn't give up a rebound.
I mean, we know it was a rematch of last year's final, but of course, these two teams saw each other 2016 final right here in this building where the Rush won their second of back-to-back championships. But just a great battle every time these two clubs have met over the history of both franchises.
Keenan now, one hand on his stick, flips it for Shanks. BTB misses the mark. Actually, his teammate Clark Walter behind the net. And now the Bandits have a chance to push it. Scanlon's off the bench. Scanlon now on a breakaway, and he's robbed by Chiliano.
Scanlon hit the superstar button and just turned on the Jets. Blew by McClelland, had a grade A chance, but Chiliano once again up to the task.
Mans and Dawson one-on-one. This bouncer ends up hitting the Bandits bench and going out of play.
Battle of the goalies in this third quarter, Cody. It's been outstanding. Vince and Chiliano going blow for blow. No goals so far in the third quarter.
Josh Byrne, one on the night. Down for Rezaterets. Accioni will defend. Burns swim move. Now he flips it. McKay. Couple of pump fakes. 5-hole. He scores. Ian McKay slices the lead in half. It's now 5-4 Rush.
And the broadcaster jinx strikes the goaltenders, and Buffalo gets on the board. Ian McKay with his 20th of the season. Talked about his two-way play. Most of the first half, he was coming out of the back gate. He was playing defense in this game, now getting a regular shift on offense, and this guy can just do it both ways. Steps on down, goes betwixt the pantaloons of the Rush goaltender. His equipment can't make that ball disappear. And McKay, he's got 20 on the season, and Buffalo slowly pulling their way back into this one. They're such a dangerous team when from behind. You saw it against San Diego last week. Never count them out.
McKay, a Vermont alumni, just like Brock Haley. Naso with the face-off win. Down for Haley. Up top, intended for Boudreau, and it went off of a body. Impressive part about Ian McKay, 234 career points, equal parts goals and assists. Not sure how many players you would see that split right down the middle at 117 apiece.
Is that good?
Real good for a guy who can be one of your best defenders when needed. Dane Smith now. Up top for Buchanan. 10 on the shot clock. Buchanan back for Smith. One-on-one, Dane Smith, Jake Boudreau. Smith knocked down to the turf, and Messenger will scoop up that loose ball with 42 seconds left.
Smith trying to force the turnover there, or at least an 8-second violation of the dying minutes of this quarter.
Mance back over Zawada, far side. Didn't miss by much. No reset comes. There's about a 10-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Austin Shanks trying to flip it back for Church. Didn't draw the defender, and now Desnew has it. And a penalty is coming. And I believe it's going to be on Buffalo here.
Priolo looking like the named guilty party, as we do have the penalty coming up for the illegal substitution. I believe, no, it's going to be on Priolo.
Buffalo
here.
minor penalty number 23, 2 minutes holding.
So Priolo's going to get called for the hold. My bad. It looked like a token illegal substitution there, but
Well, this is drastic because Buffalo would have been able to call a timeout and go 6-on-5 with 19 seconds left. Instead, they're shorthanded for the second time in the game here. And the refs are speeding up Saskatchewan, saying, let's get going here. 15 seconds, clock will count down. Rusher on the power play. Righty strong look. Robert Church quarterbacks this unit. Church will drag it. Down for Haley. Haley up top. Church takes that shot. It got blocked. 1 second to work with, and Church isn't going to have time to get a second one away as this Bandits penalty kill. Showing you why they're top 2 in the NLL, 62% on the season. And the Bandits are within 1 striking distance as Ian McKay has his 20th of the season. 5-4 Rush lead. 45 down, 15 to go from Toontown.
Welcome back to Coa Field in SaskTel Center, where the Rush have a 1-goal lead over the Buffalo Bandits. And they say that opera isn't over till the big lady sings. Well, a Buffalo Bandits game isn't over until Dane Smith has his way. So last week in San Diego, you've alluded to a few times, John, it was 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They were down by 4 goals and they went on a run. 4 different scorers to even up that game. But of course, it was good old Dane Smith with the evening up and tying up the game, and then him to seal the deal for the team in overtime as well. You just can't give that guy any room on the field. So you got to imagine Saskatchewan Rush not feeling too comfortable with just a 1-goal lead over this team here in the fourth quarter. They're going to want to be extending that.
Rush allowed 4 goals in the fourth quarter against Toronto a week ago as well. Naso, another face-off win, brings him up to 12 in the contest. Rusher on the power play here as Priolo is in the sin bin. That's a big penalty killer loss for Buffalo. Brock Haley up top. Keenan for Haley. Little drag. Haley doesn't shoot it. Keenan. Church back to Keenan. He'll try to go top side, and Vince took away the angle. Up the floor, Shanks trying to lay the hit on to Snew. Messenger has the loose ball, and now the Rush might have an opportunity here. Shanks back for Keenan. Penalty kill gets settled, and the power play unit is set. Both teams 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far tonight. Robert Church, he'll flip it. Haley back for Keenan. Back to Haley, and that's stopped by Vince. Different look on the shot there, and Haley caught it through the maze of bodies. 25 on the shot clock, 30 left in the power play. Mance, Haley, Shanks, down for Church. Haley again. Keenan now, little pump fake over to Church, and that got blocked by Dawson. Awfully close to the crease. Church has it. Backhand scoop. Mance for Shanks. Little pump fake, and Vince gets it with the left arm. And I believe this is going to get called on Dawson. I thought he was awfully close to the crease. And now I probably should have jumped the gun, but the replay is going to tell the truth.
Certainly. New rule in the league this year, Cody, that you cannot block a shot as a player in the crease. Again, you got to read the lips of our ref, and it looks like Dawson's going to spend extra time in the bin of sin, Cody. As we get a great look here on the replay. Was Dawson in the crease when he blocks this shot? Yes, I would say. I normally get reviews wrong, Cody, but tonight I think I'm accurate on that one. And then Dawson saying a few extra words to our official gets another 2, so he's going to be 4 minutes in the sin bin.
Mans for Keenan on this power play here. It's a 5-on-3. They'll run it 4 below the restraining line. Mans now 3-on-2. Look, Keenan's inside. Stopped by Vince. Shanks has it. Priolo's out of the sin bin. It's a 5-on-4 again. Church takes the shot. Vince dynamite in this second half. He's been perfect for the Bandits. Church back for Keenan. Low shot denied as Vince drops down to his knees. Haley and Keenan have a conversation up top. Rusher on the power play for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. 0 for 2 so far in the game. Shanks, backdoor for Mance. Up top, Haley let it fly. That goes off the defender wires. Keenan has it. Church has to get out of the crease here. 3 to shoot. Another left pad saved by Vince. Reading the ball real well. Mance, backdoor, Shanks, quick stick, scores. Austin Shanks snipes one home, and it's 6-4 Rush.
Vince was on a 13 for 13 stretch there before the Austin Shanks quick stick to get the last member of Saskatchewan's Big Four, don't call them the Core Four, on the board. Great ball movement here on the power play is what leads to it. You can see Priolo stepping out. Shanks just a little bit of a hop. You can hear the boing from up here to bring that one down and quick stick it over the shoulder of Vince. And the timing is huge there, Cody, as there was still a minute left on the first penalty to Paul Dawson, meaning Saskatchewan is still going to have a full 2 minutes of power play time or less.
Naso and Robinson doing battle. Robinson's going to have a breakaway here. Dylan Robinson all alone. Somehow, someway, Chiliano got it with the left hand.
Chiliano looking like the most famous goaltender in Buffalo history outside of Matt Vince, that being one Dominic Hasek, looking like Gumby back there, flinging the arm out to make that stop.
Lefty strong power play here. Keenan back for Haley. Keenan flips it, Mans will drag. Keenan looking for a lane to shoot. 10 to get something done. Walter backdoor. Haley misses on the quick stick.
Haley trying from that same spot that Shanks just scored from, but no dice there. The Rush hadn't scored since the 11-minute mark of the second quarter before that Shanks goal.
Byrne, defended by Jared Smith. McKay, far side, whips it wide, and that's gonna hop to John Tavares in the Buffalo bench.
Nice one-handed grab by the coach. And a little bit of velocity on that one back to the officials.
Austin Shanks has the latest for Saskatchewan, his first of the game. Came on the power play. Mance, Robert Church. Shot got blocked. Rebound, Church got it right back. Keenan now, knocked to the turf. Mans has it, pick on set. Down for Keenan, defender all over him. 2 to shoot, inside, Church, quick stick, scores! Robert Church on the power play, and the lead's back up to 3.
My goodness, the pass by Keenan there, Cody. Just threads the needle basically with a bullet. He had like the tiniest of openings to find Church there, and he just slings that in there, and Church with the quick stick, and the Paul Dawson oopsie turns into 2 goals here by the home squad. Just watch this pass from Keenan. Waits, he sees Church open for a split second, laser beams it to his net, quick stick, bam, behind the goaltender, and Paul Dawson probably not feeling so great. The shot block I get. That almost looked like a sure goal, but whatever he said to our officiating crew led to that second Rush power play goal.
Back-to-back power play goals for the Rush, and this game, well, a couple minutes ago had a much different feeling. Josh Zawada, pass back intended for Keenan. Mans is going to grab it in the corner. Doesn't to work with. Shanks inside, left arm stopped by Vince.
Tons of time here for Buffalo. Just like the fourth quarter at San Diego, they're going to start running, and that's what leads to their grade A chances.
McKay. A couple of Rush defenders collided inside there as Barnable lost his weapon. Now McKay's got a late backdoor feed. Buchanan on the quick stick. That one got out of the way from the strings.
But like Heather just said as well, too, the game's not over till Dane Smith says so. We haven't heard a lot from him tonight, but you know it's coming, that big Dane Smith moment. He can take over a game at any time. If you're the Rush, you got to be real aware of that. And if you're Buffalo, you got to be counting on that.
Here's Clark Walter. One in the game for him. Over to Robert Church. Hat-trick hunting. That shot got blocked by Wires. Now Brock Haley's going to cause a turnover as Robert Church scoops up one clean. Rush happy to use this full shot clock here. They've spent a lot of time on the floor in the last 4 minutes. Clark Walter for Mance. 15 on the shot clock. Mance surveys inside Shanks. Another save by Vince. He knows they're trying to go low on those opportunities, and he's dropping right down. Now Shanks gets a little overzealous, and he's going to have some words with Weiss. Weiss has to be careful not to even this up. Plays going back the other way, though. Dane Smith now behind the net.
Weiss and Shanks still talking.
Now the Bandits might have had too many on the floor there.
Yeah.
Rush weren't happy about it, but the ref says play on. Now we're back to 6-on-5. Dane Smith has it. Smith inside. Scanlon up top. Byrne. Dunk attempt. It goes. Buchanan beats the shot clock at 7-5.
That might be the prettiest goal this game, Cody. My goodness. The passing and then to find Buchanan behind the net, and with the dying seconds on the shot clock for the dunk, what a play. So yeah, Shanks was going to be heading for 2 minutes or less of the bin of sin. That is, of course, washed off there by the Buchanan goal. But look at the pass by Josh Byrne, the old half shot, half pass, the chasse, if you will, to Buchanan behind the net. Kyle Buchanan, though, like to get that, knowing the shot clock's winding down, spring around and bury that before the expiry. Just one of the prettiest goals you'll see there, Cody.
Well, talk about a guy who continues to step up for his team. They lose Fraser, Kluche in the offseason, and now you've got depth guys stepping up like that, playing massive roles, and Buffalo within 2. This game is far from over, folks. Mans back to Haley. Zawana for Keenan. Keenan inside Walter. Vince has to look behind him. It's rolling, and it stays out. Clark Walter inches away from restoring a 3-goal lead. Instead, Buffalo down by 2. Kyle Buchanan, the Nepean product, has the latest as the Bandits aren't going away on Co-op Field. The NLL's March to May is brought to you by Hotel Planner. Travel smarter with exclusive NLL fan discounts at nll.hotelplanner.com. And by StubHub, your home for tickets to the speed and intensity of the NLL.
Welcome back inside SaskTel Center, Co-op Field, where the hometown Rush lead the Buffalo Bandits 7-5 in a rematch of last year's NLL final and the 2016 final, which was decided here in this very building. If I'm going to give good vibes to Buffalo, God also reminds Saskatchewan that it was this building where they won the championship in 2016.
Josh Byrne, 4 points in the game, over to Dane Smith. Smith now walks far side and he scores. First goal of the game, first point of the game. Dane Smith cuts the lead down to 1.
You knew it was coming. It's never an if, it's a when with Dane Smith. You're not going to be able to completely erase him from a game. The Rush have done a valiant job in both their matchups, but at some point Dane Smith is going to take over. Nice little head fake there on this one. He's been creating his own time and space a lot this game. This time, a little help from Nanakoke there as he goes down. Smith, fake shot, goes to the far side on Chiliano down low. And all of a sudden, back-to-back Bandits goals. And just like they did last week, Cody, in San Diego, the Bandits come up off the mat. And they are back in this one.
Dane Smith held goalless in their matchup in February. Finds the back of the net. Here's a breakaway opportunity for Robinson. Bounces that one wide. Now McClellan bats the loose ball over to Zawana. Rush will get the loose ball, and now the offense. Saw their 3-goal lead disappear. It's only 1 right now. 7:38 left to go. Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Heather Morrison with you this evening. Church for Mance. Back to Zawana. Zawana cuts around to Snoo. looking glove side. That one ends up with Mans. Mans now zips a pass across. 2 to shoot. Zawada has it, and he's got to leave it on the grounds.
So Buffalo now on a run of 2. One more obviously would tie this one up. And their big guns, Byrne and Smith, start to come to life.
Byrne has his shot blocked. Chiliano trying to battle back for the loose ball. Knocked the stick out of Scanlon's hand, I believe, as Barnable scoops it up and goes for a jog. Barnable, the former 8th overall pick back in 2021. Inside look for Mans as he tried to get around both defenders. Threw a twister on net. That was stopped. Ian McKay now one-on-one with Jarrett Smith. Bobby Kidd III's back to help. Nanico comes to set the pick. McKay had his hands free. Big windup. Bounces this one all the way back onto his own side of half, though.
Yeah, the miss there creating the over and back. And I love watching Buffalo, especially late in games. It's almost like they're just waiting for the opportunity to strike, and that moment's always the fourth quarter. They start running it. They just look like a different team when they're behind late.
Keenan defended by Priolo. Over to Shanks. Little bouncer. Turned away.
Pat Vince continues his dominant play so far in this game. I dare say if you put another goalie in there outside these two gentlemen, we've got a shootout tonight in Saskatoon.
Byrne for Buchanan, looking for his second. Whipped wide. Dane Smith back for Reza Terrence. Came over from Philly at the deadline. Byrne now bounces this one into row 2. That's set of play, and it'll be rush ball.
Reza Terrence playing for his hometown team now, hoping to help them win a 4th championship in a row.
Back on February 27th, these two teams went to overtime, and Josh Byrne had the winner. Who plays hero tonight in Saskatoon? Zach Mans, 15 on the shot clock. Haley back for Mans. Mans now low to low. Big boot right there by Vince.
Not a shot you see from Zach Mans very often. The low to low look, and an even better kick save and a beauty by Vince.
Robert Church had his stick explode as he was on the forecheck there. Bandits less than 5 to go. No panic from this squad. They had 5 different goal scorers in San Diego during the 4th quarter a week ago.
And no panic from this squad when you got a guy like that. Dane Smith, another great opportunity as he's starting to come to life here in this 4th quarter.
Hosek for Walter. Shanks up top for Mans. Let that one fly off the left fingertips of the Bandits netminder. Priolo, outlet for Desnew. Dane Smith is the first forward off the bench. They'll slow it down as Desnew waits for some help. Ian McKay. 4 minutes left to go. Josh Byrne. Smith. Defended by Boudreau. Trying to get through a double team, and it's knocked free as Barnable and Boudreau go to work. Boudreau, 2-on-1. He's got Keenan. Ryan Keenan inside. 5-hole attempt denied.
Absolutely massive save there by Vince. Boudreau, great awareness to see Keenan coming off the bench, but sometimes you just got to let that rip, Jake.
Game-changing plays. Remember that if the Bandits can find a way to come back. Scanlon for Reza Terrence. Smith now has it knocked free. Accioni with the cause turnover as Jarrett Smith gets a little bit of lumber in his jaw. Smith will run it up the floor, and he's going to slow it down here. Wise play right there by Jarrett Smith. Now I think you can consider him a veteran in the league. Decided not to push it. Let the offensive experts jump out there. Clark Walter. Big minutes for him tonight. Walter's going to spin far side tonight.
It's going to be tough to take Clark Walter out of the lineup again if you're the Rush.
Desnew up for Robinson there. He was thinking about shooting, but similar to Jarrett Smith, said, hey, we might as well let the forwards do what they're paid to do. Byrne up top, hands are free, and he scores. Josh Byrne has tied it at 7.
He broke the Rush's heart in Buffalo, and now he's doing it again directly in front of their fan base. Josh Byrne scored the overtime winner against this team in Buffalo and then ties this one up 7-7. Then the Bandits erase a 3-goal lead of the Rushes in this fourth quarter. We said you knew it was coming, Cody, and you see it here as Josh Byrne just steps down. He'd been denied on that play a few times, and he is fired up. And the Bandits have tied it up.
Almost identical to his overtime winner from February 27th. Naso scoops up another face-off win here. Brock Haley yet to find his way in the goal column tonight. Clark Walter down for Mance. Back for Keenan, and that save's made. Wires couldn't get the loose ball. The Rush will jump up on it, though. Shanks has it. He's got to find someone to outlet the pass to. Keenan in the corner finds Haley up top. Possession extended. Shanks for Mance. Keenan back to Shanks. Haley's going to drive inside. Didn't catch the pass cleanly, and now they're going to say he cut through the crease. Haley doesn't think so, but the officials do. 7-7. It's vintage Bandits here on Co-op Field. Dean Smith, Josh Byrne have tied it at 7. The finale coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back inside SaskTel Center on Co-op Field. 7-7. Taking a look right now. Dean Smith, he's got 1 goal tonight, only 1 point. The last time he had 1 point or less, April 30th, 2022 against the Toronto Rock. Just amazing the consistency that he brings to the game, but the Rush defenders have done a good job. But even with largely containing Mr. Smith, the Rush still find themselves in a 7-7 tie. They've done their job, but they've let the other guys get to them.
Defensive battle as expected. Smith for Byrne. Bandits offense underway. Pushed back. Here's Dean Smith. Defended by Boudreau. Nanticoke's pass got deflected by Boudreau. Hossack's going to grab a hold and go for a run. 93 seconds left to go here. Hossack hands off for the captain. Zach Mans leads the Rush tonight with a goal and 3 assists. Walter playing big minutes again here. Crunch time, he's on the floor. Zawada up top. Keenan back for Walter. Walter now short side high.
Just missed that opportunity there, Cody. He had the spot picked. He had Vince beat just a little too high. And now Buffalo a chance to continue their 3-goal run and take the lead.
Byrne with less than a minute to play in regulation. Byrne defended by Hossack. Dean Smith will drive, little flip, twister, scores. Are you kidding me? Joe Rezaterets with a beauty, and the Bandits lead 8-7.
Rezaterets completes the comeback, and Dean Smith doesn't have to worry about that 2022 stat anymore with a beautiful helper finding Rezaterets into the middle, and the Bandits have done it again. Down late in the fourth quarter, yet again, they come all the way back and have now taken the lead. Smith, little backhand toss, Rezaterets twister. Now we are going to take a look at it. It's in the final dying moments of the game. So our officials are going to go to the penalty box, confer, and take a look and make sure that this is a good goal.
Well, this is why you go out and get a guy like that, because your depth forwards can win you games, especially late in the year, and when your 5th and 6th forwards are contributing on a regular basis. That's why the Bandits have been so dangerous over the past 4 or 5 plus seasons.
Well, and that's it. Rezaterets has been buzzing around the entire time. You see he's got his 2nd goal since moving to Buffalo. 17 on the season, 49 points.
And how cool is that? You're Joe Resetarits, you're playing in Philly. You get to come to a team that you played for before that basically you grew up just outside of Buffalo. I'm sure he watched his fair share of Bandits games growing up, and now you get to be playing on a championship contender, and really part of the reason that they're back in this thing. They were in 10th just a few weeks ago, Cody. Now all the way up to 6th, and depending on the outcome of this one, may have completed yet another comeback. But we are getting a careful look at this goal as he was quite close to the crease. I believe upon first watch it was clean, but I also don't have the cool technology that the officials do, and my guesses are often wrong, so I will just bow out.
Well, 45 seconds left here for Saskatchewan, and this is where you're happy to have a Jake Naso at the dot, because the Rush expect to have at least one more possession. But the officials have done their due diligence, and we've got a call.
That's the view. They're calling the floor standing. That's a good goal.
As expected, it is a good goal. SaskTel Center doesn't like it, but you know the Bandits do. Everybody wearing orange, a fan of that. And just the resilience of this team, Cody. Again, you get one last look there. By the tips of his toes, Resetarits stays out of the crease and gives his team an 8-7 lead in the dying moments.
Smith with the assist. It's his second point of the game. Josh Byrne has the second assist on that one. Means he's got a 7-point night going on here as Naso snaps up that face-off. And now the Rush will call a timeout, go 6-on-5, and we'll see if the heroics aren't finished yet in the Saturday showcase.
Yeah, we're going to see if somebody else, now it's the Rush's turn, somebody to step up big, right? We've talked about the quiet night of Dane Smith, but also this Buffalo defense. There is no Rush player outside of Mans with more than 2 points. Church has a couple goals. Mans is 1-3. Keenan's 1-1. Shanks is 1-1. So they've been able to not just limit one man, but they've been able to very much quiet the big four Rush players. Now, to me, this is where, in a situation like this, you're expecting the heroics from Buffalo. It's going to come from Byrne. It's going to come from Smith, right? The Rush have a bit of an advantage here that they can draw a play up for just about any of those four guys. Maybe throw Zawada in there. He's been good tonight. Maybe throw in a Sparky Walter in there as well. So really interested to see who gets to attempt to be the hero here, Cody.
Rush will indeed go 6-on-5. You've got Walter, Mans, and Keenan out there for lefty forwards. You've got Austin Shanks, Robert Church, and Brock Haley out there for righty forwards. Robert Church will have it up top. Full 30 seconds to work with here. But they do have the empty net. Church will run it down. Keenan with the ruck. Church up top. Back for Keenan. Defenders on him. Keenan tries to one-hand that behind the net. Haley has to get it in the corner. Church up top. Back for Keenan. 5-hole attempt, and Vince drops down onto it. Bandits with it, and looks like they'll use their timeout as well here. 25 seconds left. They can kill the rest of this as the shot clock's turned off for the rest of regulation.
Now the debate is, if you're the Rush, do you leave Chiliano out and try for the double team, or do you put Chiliano back in?
And I believe the Rush are going to be asking for an illegal stick measurement here.
They are. Paul Dawson's stick is on the way to the sin bin as we take a look here at the Rush's latest scoring opportunity. But some drama in-house. The Rush measuring, calling for the illegal stick measurement. But right now, here's the latest attempt here by the Rush. Keenan stepping into one. Vince coming up with a two-pad stack. Stack them up if you like some extra maple syrup. Goes down. Great save there. Matt Vince has just been absolutely unbelievable in this game. But we're taking a look now as the Rush claim that Dawson's been using an illegal stick throughout the game.
They measured the length already. Now they're just checking the pocket.
It looks like the Rush bench not happy. And lots of words being exchanged now between the two benches. The Rush not happy with the outcome. Everybody lined up right on the restraining line having words with each other. Do you think these teams don't like each other, Cody?
Priolo and Messenger now having some words. They've grabbed the stick again. And it looks like we might be getting more measurements here. I wonder what was said. But it looks like they're measuring the strap, and I think now it's actually going to be a call.
It is. They took a second look at it. First time, Cody, it looks like they just measured the shaft. This time they measured all the way from the top of the stick to the bottom, and it was pretty decisive. Paul Dawson's stick ending up in the bin of sin by the off-floor officials. And wow, drama. You know the Rush bench had that in their back pocket for the right moment, and they had it here as Buffalo called timeout. So now Dawson will head to the bin of sin. So not only does this mean the Rush can go 6-on-4, it also means, Cody, that they get the ball.
Yes, because it would have been a Buffalo ball.
Because Buffalo called timeout in their own crease with Matt Vince. We were fully expecting them to just run out the rest of the clock. Then you're the Rush, you got to maybe go with a double team. And instead now, the Rush are going to be able to go 6-on-4. Shot clock is off.
If you're Paul Dawson in that situation, you got to walk back to the bench with his stick. You break that thing and throw it down the tunnel if you know it's illegal.
Well, that's the thing. He was able to walk back because the first measurement wasn't what the Rush were asking for. So they got a second look at it, a second measurement. It was found to be illegal. I would have heated that thing into the 10th row if I was Paul Dawson.
Now the Rush will run it here. 5-on-4, 6-on-4, pardon me. Mann's up top. Mann's now. Keenan. Zach Mann. Step down goes high. Wires back into the crease. He'll run it out here. One hands it down. Desnua waits. It's going to go to the corner. Weiss is there. Has the ball. Seconds are going to tick down, and the Bandits, another comeback complete as Weiss buries one at the buzzer.
Unbelievable. 5 in a row now for the Bandits. And you look at Weiss turning to the Rush bench saying, check my stick. What a comeback for Buffalo. Weiss is having a time with this Rush bench, pointing at his stick. The gambit almost paid off. They had a good look there from Zach Mann to try to tie this one up. And wow, normally this is a very friendly handshake line, but it's a good thing we got the official stepping in the middle as words are being exchanged. Paul Dawson is getting into it with head coach, co-head coach of the Rush, Jimmy Quinlan, getting into it with Dawson. I've never seen officials have to break up a coach and a player. Cooler heads do prevail, though.
And they always do in lacrosse, right? Nothing crazy would ever happen in the handshake line. As these two teams, you can tell they have seen plenty of each other over the last couple of years. This rivalry does go all the way back to 2016 when the Rush,
Jeremy Talevi is getting into it.
Continuing down on the floor.
Dawson's getting into it with the coaching staff. Fisher's got him pulled aside. Dawson is being sent off the floor, and he does not want to go. Assistant referee Marcus Fisher showing his Saskatchewan muscle, if you will, to keep him off the floor.
And now the words are continuing down there as Priolo's giving it to Jimmy Quinlan.
Awesome
Great lacrosse game. You cannot say the NLL is boring. It is unpredictable as it comes. And the Buffalo Bandits, talk about fourth quarter killers. These guys just do not give up. Let's get to your 3 stars of the game quickly.
Yeah,
here,
the 3 stars of the game brought to you by TFL. After all the drama, well, tonight was a goalie show. Pretty easy. First star, Joe Resiteritz with that game-winning goal, 2 points tonight. Second star, Matt Vince, vintage Vince tonight. Third star, Frank Chiliano, kept his team in it the entire contest.
Let's go down to the floor now. Heather Morrison standing by with Josh Byrne.
That's 2 weeks in a row now for a big comeback. What motivates that late quarter push?
A lot, right? You know, we've got a lot of guys that are really fighting for this last year, and you know, we've been through a lot over the last 5, right? So we understand that we're never out of it.
7 points yourself, but you had 7 scores tonight. What does it mean to you to know you can pass the ball around like that?
Yeah, you know, I think we're really playing, you know, unselfish. You know, for me personally, I wish, you know, a couple more would have dropped, but you know, Scanlon did a great job, Henderson did a great job. You know, Mickey playing both ways. And obviously, Dane always leading us, and so I'm proud of our guys.
You're 1 point or one more game closer to that playoff spot. What did it mean to you to get a chance at that 4th championship?
It's huge, right? It's you know, for us, it's trying to go one game at a time. You know, it's cliche, but this was a big one for us, right? Coming in this barn against a really well-coached team, really, you know, says a lot about our group. Cutting that out, and you know, I can't say enough about our goalie either, right? 7 goals, it's not bad.
All right, thanks, Josh. Appreciate your time. Good luck in Vancouver next weekend.
Thank you.
Josh Byrne, 2 goals, 5 assists, and still post-game says he wishes more would have dropped. Some would only dream to have that skill. Matt Vince was absolutely phenomenal. 43 saves in this one. Buffalo wins 8-7 in dramatic fashion in Saskatchewan. Thanks for joining us on our Saturday showcases. For myself, Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Heather Morrison. Whether you're watching on TSN, ESPN, or the C-Dub, thanks for hanging out with us. It's another production of the National Lacrosse League.